So this story isn't really a dating story per se, but I still think it's funny. So maybe, I think it was last summer or maybe the summer before, I can't remember. I was walking in my neighborhood. I don't like to go to the gym, so when it's warm outside, I'll walk 2 or 3 miles a day. So I'm walking around in my neighborhood and I see this fairly nice looking man taking pictures of his house and his yard. And I'm in real estate, so in my mind, I'm thinking, opportunity. So I go up to him and ask him, and I'm like, oh, excuse me, well, I see you're taking pictures. Are you about to sell your home? And he says, yes. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's great. Well, just, if you're not being represented, I would be more than happy to represent you as the seller and see what we can do and, talk about some things. And he was like, that would be wonderful. So we had a little bit more small talk. He was planting, I noticed he was planting like basil and different herbs and things like that, which I thought was kind of odd considering that he said he was going to be selling his house soon, but I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm talking to him about that because I've done that before, planted those types of things. So I kind of talked to him about that a little bit. And then I said, well, I will be back. Obviously, I'm walking. I had on yoga pants and things like that. So I said, I will come back and drop off some business cards in the mail for you. And then when you're ready, you can let me know, or I'll stop back by and, see if we can get together and start going over some things. And he said, great, no problem. So I proceed to finish my walk and I go home. And a couple hours later, if I've gotten myself, situated and changed my clothes and things like that, I decide to walk back around by his home to drop some of my business cards off in his mailbox. And at that time, he had me to come outside, and I'm like, oh, here's the business cards I wanted to give to you. And again, let me know when you're getting close to, putting the property up, and I'll take it from there. And during that time, about that time, a woman comes out of the house as well. And I looked at her, I'm like, man, you look so familiar. I think we went to high school or something together. But anyway, I finish up and I said, so when you guys are putting your house up, just let me know. And she looks at him and says, put our house up? When were we selling our house? And she looks at him again and says, so when were you going to tell me that we're selling our home? And at that moment, I'm like, awkward. I said, well, I will let you guys go. And if you need me in the future, please just let me know. So apparently he was not selling his home. When I asked him, I don't know why he said yes. He could have just said no. He was just taking pictures of the herbs. But yes. And I try to avoid going by that area when I walk now.